I need to unbuckle my pants. Sorry. I'm about to eat good.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a guest with us today. Want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Delilah Johnson.
You guys might have seen her on her YouTube channel, on Latoya's YouTube channel a while back. Actually, no, even recently. You guys vlogged together and stuff.
Yeah.
Even in a mukbang, right?
You know what's so crazy, you guys?
We were supposed to do a mukbang for so long, like literally
so
like
long.
a year now.
Yeah, it's actually been a year.
It's finally happening.
But I'm so happy we're actually finally doing it. It's so crazy because I think you guys are like my first collaboration. Aside from like my friends, like you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are like the first people I'm collaborating.
Like official collab.
Yeah.
Official collab. That's shit.
Because we weren't like friends
Akela.
before,
Exactly.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're the first.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. Okay, so we ordered a bunch of wings from Wild Wings, right?
Yeah.
Wild Wings. We basically have 5 pounds of wings here.
So
Yeah, what do we
this
have?
is barbecue ranch. This is hot and honey. This is honey garlic.
garlic.
This is lemon pepper.
Oh, okay.
And we
gotta
got the
balance.
dipping sauce.
Balance out
I've
the
never
healthy.
tried ranch before. You were the one that was saying like who has chicken
No,
wings
wait.
and doesn't have like use ranch.
Yeah,
and stuff.
That's crazy.
How do you eat your chicken wings without ranch?
Fuck, I forgot lip gloss. Sorry, guys.
Do you notice anything?
Comment below if you like see a common theme
Comment below if
in
you
this
good.
video.
If you have a good eye, okay?
Yeah.
You look like pumpkins.
Aside from
3
fact that
pumpkins.
we're all
like
baddies,
cute little
but-
pumpkins.
So
Because you know
cute.
it's fall, so you know we
Yeah.
have to get.
And this
in
actually wasn't
season.
planned. Maybe hers.
It really
hers
wasn't.
was
Well, hers
planned.
was- yeah.
But I just
ours
wanted to join
wasn't planned.
in. They did
Yeah.
it and I felt left out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to join.
Lie.
These wings are really good.
First and foremost, I like to start off by saying I don't know how you guys live this lifestyle
What?
of just eating like and not getting fat. Like you guys look so.
We honestly
great.
we
Like,
haven't ate
Y'all
bad
can't
in a
even
long
see your
time.
arch, but I could see the arch and.
Sis, it's the jeans. Top chop.
Sis,
Top chop.
I need to know the secret because
Top chop jeans. They make you look really skinny. Like I'm telling you.
They make you look curvy, like they suck everything in.
The right
everything.
spot.
But their jeans are like kind of expensive. I feel like you can get the
It's
same
worth it,
quality.
though.
No, you can't get the same quality.
It's worth it.
You don't think so?
Where it holds you like that, no. You need to spend the money. Trust me, you'll wear those jeans every day.
Yeah. Before we get started with this mukbang, we just want to say shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So Squarespace is a really good platform to manage and sell your own products.
It's basically an all-in-one place if you have your own business. There's amazing templates on Squarespace where you can choose and create your own designs. You can track your own inventory. Basically, if you have your own business or if you plan on starting your own business, Squarespace is the place to go.
Yeah.
You have your all-in-one spot. You also have 24/7
Customer
support.
service.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
like
great for
beginner friendly.
Yeah.
Very
it's really
beginner
good for
friendly.
entrepreneurs.
All of our friends who like ask about like websites and
how to get their
outlets,
merch out there.
yeah.
Basically, you can. It's really easy to track and manage it on Squarespace.
It's so crazy. I might have to check that out. I've been looking to. I'm starting my own clothing line soon. Would love
Yeah.
to check that out.
Because the templates are very professional looking.
And you can really like custom make it to fit your brand.
Yeah, and one of the most frustrating things about some of these websites is the fact that they don't have 24/7 customer support. You know,
No, they have like the best customer service. Like they literally send you a tutorial on how to like fix whatever problem you're going through.
Wow.
yeah, any technical
Yeah.
support that you need, they'll show you how to how to do it on your own.
Because I know you're not like
super
tech savvy. Like she couldn't even connect to the Wi-Fi. I don't know.
So shout out to Squarespace. All the links will be below in the description box. And yeah, back to the video. I'm eating lemon pepper,
Did you try
guys.
this? I think everyone should try this, guys. Barbecue ranch. It's my new favorite.
Try it.
Really? You won't even try something?
I don't like ranch.
I like ranch and then I dip it in more ranch.
Who doesn't like ranch?
Oh, Delilah J. That bitch, she don't like ranch. Delilah,
Oh, are you talking
Delilah
about
Johnson,
yourself?
she don't like ranch. Oh, maybe she do like ranch. It's not that bad. You don't really taste it. Or is it the wing? What flavor is it?
I think this is honey garlic.
This one with the ranch.
Oh, it's barbecue ranch.
Oh. I think the barbecue cancels out the ranch taste for me.
I don't know which one this is.
Honey garlic.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
We're
I'm
getting like
so hungry.
So like I really appreciate how like social media, especially within like the last couple of years, like really like tried to bring mental
Awareness.
health, awareness to mental health. Even like dedicating days to like mental health awareness and
And also
making
a lot
it
of
seem more
companies.
normal.
Yeah.
You know, to like talk about it and like be okay with having it and not like having people look at you crazy just because you suffer from depression or anxiety or like
Or having people
Any-
feel alone
yeah.
too, you know what I mean? Because I feel like before social media, like who do you really talk to about feeling anxious or
Yeah.
feeling
Other than
down
your
all the time?
therapist.
Like, do you know what I mean? And nobody has a therapist in my life.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know people my age who have therapists. Maybe because of like where I am in life. Like, I don't know rich people.
and not
you
even
know?
that therapy, like the wait time for that is like months,
And
like
it's
4
really,
months
really
to even talk to a
expensive.
therapist.
It really, really, and
It adds up.
It's really, really expensive, and it's so crazy because like I recently, this was just 3 days ago, was looking into getting a therapist, right? And I was like, bro, even looking at some of the prices, it kind of discouraged me because I was like, yo, I got paid you to talk to you, like,
but you know what?
Like, I do respect it's your profession, hands down, but like for someone that doesn't, like, can't afford throwing away that extra $500-600 for what, maybe 2-3 sessions, like it's just really, really crazy. And it makes me just like wonder or want to even start something myself that can help people, like a non-profit organization where people can actually just have someone to talk to, you know what I'm saying?
So
like
cute.
yeah, because like it's crazy because oftentimes like you do want to talk to somebody, and I don't know, me, I find it easier to talk to people that I don't know because I can say what I need to say, how I need to say it, and I know that like whatever advice I get is just gonna, it'll be genuine, but it also just be, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like it's straightforward, that kind of thing. And to feel like I gotta like break the bank to talk to someone is something
some like universities and colleges even offer like free therapy sessions.
There's even like now there's online therapy sessions where it's like you pay monthly and you get unlimited therapy time, and it's like,
I think it's like $70 a month.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you pay
get
monthly
to talk to someone online.
and it's like it's a Skype session where you get like to speak to somebody, and it's less money. And like if you're suffering with depression, or if you're suffering with some kind of mental illness where at times you can feel debilitated, like you don't want to leave the house, you don't want to travel an hour, you don't want to drive to go see your therapist, I feel like that's a really good option to have something like on your computer where you can talk to somebody there, right? Like you just need an unbiased listener to like hear what you have to say. That's good. Which one?
And even if you're
the
not,
lemon pepper, right? Yeah.
Oh, the lemon pepper, I want to try it.
Yeah, it's actually good.
Even if you're not like if you don't have anxiety or depression or any kind of like mental illness, I feel like it's just good to talk to a therapist. Like even like people with that are like, I don't know how to say, like
okay,
yeah, okay, like they're not suffering, they still just like to talk to people.
You know?
Yeah, because you know a lot of people like bottle things in, and then like it can actually make you go crazy or like overthink things, you know?
Everybody has something to say to somebody or would like to get off their chest, you know? So it's definitely not something anyone needs to be afraid of, but I understand the stigma that's on it, you know? Often people feel like when you become vulnerable, it makes you very weak and, you know what I'm saying, unattractive in a sense, like you can't stand your own. But I learned that it gave me power to know who I am as a person, what I'm dealing with, and how I can overcome those things, you know? Because oftentimes I used to always say this, the one person that was standing in my way was me. You know what I'm saying? I let me get in front of anything good, and that was like really, really messed up. And I'm happy that I caught that immediately, because what if, like, for example, it's been going on for like, I feel like it hit me hard in the last 2 years, but when I really sat down and I looked at things, I realized that I had like traits back from when I was 15, like even younger than that. What am I saying, like 13, you know what I'm saying? Things that I didn't know. So when I became more aware of myself, I became stronger as a person, you know? And like I slowly started to like gain the confidence back. I slowly started to feel like, yo, like I'm myself again, or I know the person that I want to be, you know? And there actually is no greater feeling than that, and it was worth being vulnerable. It was worth exposing myself to the world and just being like, you know what, F it, like this is what I'm going through. I know somebody somewhere is going through the same thing, you know?
I'm really proud of you for posting that video.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was a video.
Candid.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because the first part of the video, nobody has ever seen it, and it was 20 times worse, right? So I was like, whoa, if I felt like I took out the most, because I don't, like, when you watch the video at the beginning, the very first message was that I'm gonna eventually delete this. I didn't want it to be on the internet forever, right? And basically when I put the video out there was a huge chunk that came before that. That was like the ending of the video. So after a while I started to feel like, damn, like what if I really put that first part out there? Like I still got a good reaction out of people, but like even till this day I'm super scared, because I was like, yo, that's a part that nobody is seeing. But it made me realize that, you know what, even if I had put it out there, I know some way, shape or form there's somebody out there that could have related to,
and they did in the comments with the views. Like, you know,
mental illness, mental health is not as talked about in other countries as
or
it
in
is
like black households. It's just like
African households, like I can't speak about like every black person, but I know in African households it's just not something you would talk about to your parents.
It's not a thing.
It's not something that like it's a little taboo, or it's even not believed in, or it's just they would definitely maybe look at you like you're weak or something. Do you know what I mean? Because so, like, how do you find that like your family was in terms of supporting you now?
I was gonna do a video like specifically like towards parents, right? And just letting them know some real shit, because at the end of the day, I would really love to believe that no matter what it is, where you come from, how you grew up, what people thought about mental health issues, that you will love your child more than anything, and you will make sure that you are there for your child and you're giving your child everything that they need, right? And it took, like, when I put myself in that vulnerable situation, one person I was really afraid of watching that video was my mom and like my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't want my mom to see it, because I feel like a lot of people, okay, two things. One, I didn't feel like they would get it, right? And two, I didn't feel like they would understand why I put it out there for the world. Do you get what I'm saying? And after a while, it took, like, my mom did come to me. She was just like, hey, like, I seen your video, da-da-da-da-da. But it even took her, like, I felt like it took her a while to even come to me, be like, okay, let's sit and let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? But eventually, it got to that point, because, like, she started to realize, that was, like, the first clue. She started to realize, yo, my child is very, very unhappy. You know what I'm saying? And to her, and that's why I rate and I love her and I respect her so much, because she put literally everything else aside and came to me and was like, okay, now I want to talk to you. Like, I know this is late, but you know what I'm saying? It seems as if you're going through stuff, and I want to be there for you, and I want to, like, just talk to you. I just want to know you. And that really, really helped me, because I felt like I would never get that. You know what I'm saying? And
also, we need to give our parents more credit.
Exactly.
We always expect the worst from them, because we're their kids and we're, like, maybe scared of them, or like, you know, whatever our, like, fears are towards their parents. At the end of the day, they're still your parents, and they're human, you know? Like, they will conform. Like, even my mom, like in first year, I was, like, really upset with my program, and I was really, like, I had no ambition to go to classes and, like, do what I wanted to do. And at first, she didn't understand why I felt like that. Like, I've never suffered with depression, but I was really down on myself and, like, confused on what I wanted to do with my life. I'm like, I'm getting older, you know, like, how you just feel like time is running out for you, and that really got the best of me at some points. And so my parents didn't know, but then eventually my mom adapted, and she now even is like, number one on top of everything is your mental health. As long as, like, you have to do what makes you happy, and she's slowly starting to realize that. So I do think that, like, they're never hopeless. Like, you know what, no matter what, people can understand where you're coming from. Like, you know, if they love you, they will understand, I think.
Like, I always try and show my mom that, yo, at the end of the day, and this is the type of mother I want to be, my child's happiness will always come first. I don't care if I disagree with how you're living your life. All I know is that I need to know you. I need to be able to provide you with love where you feel like you're lacking from my love for you needs to be so much more than whatever you feel like you're not getting from society. And I feel like this generation feels like society owes them something, when realistically speaking, they don't owe them nothing. And I feel like oftentimes when we get sad, or we like run towards society to give us something we're not getting from our homes, our families, our relationships, and stuff like that, you know? So one thing I told my mom was like, yo, it just boils down to this. What if I killed myself? What if I died tomorrow? How would you feel? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. And I think that hit her, because the parents who they've lost a child to suicide or to anything, like, they don't got two heads. It could literally happen to anybody. Like, nobody knows what it feels like when you're just going through stuff and you feel like literally you cannot relate to anybody, you know? And I felt like as a mom, like, that was a wake up call for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just like, whoa, this is your life. Your happiness is more important than whatever expectations I have for you, whatever expectations society has for you. And, like, that's something, like, I had to respect her for. And like you said, like, which was my fault, I didn't give her the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that need to,
we don't even give them a chance, you know what I mean?
You know
Sometimes
what I'm
we just assume for them,
Exactly.
because maybe in the past the way they raised us seemed a little bit, you know, it's just their way all the time, so we just get into that motion. But when it's hard, I really think it's hard for a lot of kids who have more strict parents or African parents to, like, grow up and become adults and try to have their parents regard them as adults, because to them you're always like a kid, and you're always their baby, like their baby, and you always need, like, permission or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's always that barrier that you can't cross from, like, kid to parent to, like, once you're an adult, like a real relationship with your family,
especially if you come from a cultural background or somewhere, like, you know,
it's difficult. It's hard to cross that barrier. But I do think if like, as the child, you have that power to make them know that I'm an adult now, and, like, I need you to take my emotions more seriously than you did when I was a child, because, you know, like, because maybe they didn't do that when you were younger, unless
And one thing I'd like to say is like I have, for some of you who may or may not know, I have a younger brother whom like I look up to very, very much. Like I respect who he is as a person. I respect the way he thinks and the way he carries himself, right? And one thing he taught me was that, yo, more times it's not what you say, it's definitely how you say it. Like, and it sunk in me when I went to my mom, because it's like I didn't bring talks to her like I was talking to my friend. I was like, mommy, this is what's up, this is what's going on.
You have to be vulnerable to your parents.
Exactly, and you have to like, in a sense, show them you're grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a little kid. Like, I'm very vulnerable right now and I'm coming to you, but like, I feel like at the end of the day, she understood that, yo, my child is mature. My child is like, trust me enough to come and bring this to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely not what you say, it's how you say it and how you approach.
Now that you've dealt with and like recognized your own mental barriers and like what you were going through, what do you do now to like help, and like when you're in those moods and when you're feeling certain
I feel like I just surround myself with like positivity people. Like lately I started pulling down, like it's so crazy, aside from myself, one thing that really led me into depression were the type of friends that I was keeping around. I've never been the type of person to have multiple people around me. My circle has always been small, but my circle was definitely not anything that I felt had quality in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it
to motivate you to be a better person.
Yeah, just to motivate me to be a better, like I don't know how to describe it, like in the sense that like I didn't feel like any of us like
we're benefiting each other.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not trying to sneak this anybody, this is just my truth, but I felt
but like
it's true.
It comes a point where like you have to realize who you surround yourself with has like the biggest impact and influence, you, especially if you're with them like
all the time,
you know, every day out of the week.
And it was one of those ones where it's like I looked at my group of friends and I was like, realistically speaking, I'm smarter than all of you guys. Like, no offense, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay to say that, but it made me realize that like you cannot be the smartest person in your group. You'll just reach a certain level where it's like you cannot grow anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? And like sometimes even like the people around you, it wasn't even that I was the smartest, but I couldn't even teach them anything, so I didn't feel like we could grow. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it made me realize that maybe I need to surround myself with people that are smarter than me, that are more ambitious than me, that, you know, that do things that I can look up to or I can mentor, you know, that kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
To like give your life purpose, you know?
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it's like that saying goes, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that really woke me up, and it made me, and it's one of those things where it's like, yo, you don't need to have beef with anybody, you don't need to like cause problems to anybody, but you definitely need to set boundaries for yourself and understand that, yo, your friends really do shape who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying?
And before you know it becomes your character.
Exactly.
So it's like, if you need to recognize it before it takes over you. You know?
So
a new environment, I feel like gave you a better like mindset.
Exactly. I had to definitely change my friends. I felt like also watching more educational things, like watching different documentaries, watching different like TED Talks and stuff like that, just watching things that would make my mind grow. You know what I'm saying? That would make me not think the way I used to think before. Like before, I felt like I used to, like, my mindset was just very, very negative because I had a lot of negative people around me, right? Once I removed those people from my life, I was able to kind of like implement the way I wanted to think. So I started telling myself, okay, you know what, you control your happiness, you shape all of that. If you think negatively, negative things are gonna happen. So you know what I'm saying? And when there's no one around me to be negative, I can, like, it's even harder than myself to do it, but it's easier when like you don't have those distractions around you, you know? And then slowly I started like thinking positively, positive things started to happen for me, and then I just started to feel better. So I was able to get out of bed, go out, meet new people, like, and that's why we didn't end up collaborating that time, because like even though like people would see like, oh yeah, like I remember Adam was pushing me like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, they're really cool girls, I feel like you guys would get along, like your personalities are a lot alike. But I was like, okay, yeah, I really want to, but then when I'm close to something, it's like I'm pulling myself back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it because I'm going through some stuff and all that kind of stuff. So like it took me removing those things from my life to be able to be like, now I want to take control, now I want to just be happy. Like, what's wrong if I go do a mukbang with Akela and Ash, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. And it's like, look how it turned out. Once I took that step, I started realizing that there was nothing to be afraid of to begin with, you know?
It's like, it's very important to also check on your friends. Because like you could be in a friend group and maybe feel these kind of feelings, but what if your friends are also going through stuff and feel certain ways, or like maybe they're in a funk and they haven't been talking to you or talking to anybody really, you know?
You never know,
so
because
like,
how often do you come out? It's the same way, you know?
Exactly. And these things are really hard to talk about because it's like you're just so vulnerable. That's why you need a therapist, because you need somebody who you don't know, somebody who's not going to judge you or who can't judge you, you know what I mean? Like,
and you think they're just trying to avoid you sometimes, but really they're just going through,
or even if they're around people but like inside they're like, you know, unhappy, you know, like
I was broken for a really long time, and I don't think nobody noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Because people hide it so well.
People hide it so
and,
well.
You know, when like you don't know what's going on until you literally ask that question, like, hey, like, what's up? Like, how have you been? Like, or like, you know, what's going on with this and this? Like, you know, you like, it's really important to check in on those people. And then, you know how good they'll feel to know that somebody cares enough to like remember that they're not feeling good about something.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just
you'll be
really
very
important.
surprised that one day asking somebody, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Da, 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 da. They may not answer you that day, but I promise you they're gonna think about you, and there is gonna be a day where they're gonna feel like, you know what, I can maybe even just let a little bit out to this person. You know what I'm saying?
Just let them know that somebody cares about them too.
Exactly. Ultimately, don't be afraid if you feel like you're going through something. You're not a weirdo, you know.
And you're not the only one.
You're not the only one.
You're never the only one.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like YouTube is not as genuine as it used to be before.
I agree with
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Like, and I just feel like a lot of people are doing things for the wrong reasons, and that's why there's a lot of people failing. And like, it's like you're stressing yourself trying to do something that you know you don't really have a passion for. You know what I'm saying? You just have a passion for the financial gain aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed that there's a lot of people that they come onto this platform and they work their butts off. Do you know what I'm saying? And
you just know when the passion is there, right?
Trust me, and it has nothing to do with the dollar. They do it every single day. They're very, very consistent with it because they love filmmaking. They love creating content. When there's other people that, like, you know, it's not so much that, right? And I don't have a problem with anybody starting anything for themselves. I just feel like there needs to be like a reason behind it. There needs to be a purpose, you know? Like, I don't feel like whether it's YouTube or it's anything in your life, don't just do something because everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it, you gotta stand out, you gotta be the best in what you gotta do, and you gotta make sure you love what you do, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, YouTube is like just like another social media platform that everyone wants. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like Instagram or Twitter now. Like, I feel like
for
it's
some
just
reason
so
I don't
saturated.
consider it like social media. Like,
I don't either.
Though.
You
That's
know?
why everyone that's like popping
I feel like
on
people
there
are
is
trying to make it like that.
Trying to go on there.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. That's what it's turned into, you know?
But they wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't for the money.
dollar, yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
You know what I low-key hate? I hate how like these big people like Kylie Jenner and like, no hate, like I love Kylie and I love like, and like anybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But low-key I'm a little upset that there's all these people with a lot of clout coming onto YouTube and making it so hard for anybody else to prosper because they already have such a big following. Even they're already stinking rich.
Yeah.
You know? I get that you guys are bored because you have so much money, but like it really makes it so hard for like growth on YouTube because everything is so saturated now. Like
when I started YouTube, it was never about the money. It was never about nothing. It was just more so a hobby. I remember using that as like, okay, you know what? I want to have something that I'm doing. Right?
Tell them how old you were when you started.
I started when I was 18, but I started making videos like when I was like 15 and stuff.
on Keek.
On Keek.
Do you guys remember Keek? Like that little
Facebook,
video app? It was like before Vine. It was a while ago.
It was before Instagram videos.
It was a long time ago, and it was like a quick little app that you can post like 10-second videos of yourself.
That's why Instagram videos. Oh, actually, Vine was the reason why Instagram made videos.
Yeah,
remember
they copied.
Because Vine was so popular.
But I remember Keek was out before Instagram videos was out. Because I remember like when they came out, they was like, yeah, man, like damn, now I gotta move to Instagram.
Yeah.
They're always like shifting. Like the more popular people, now they're on YouTube.
Yeah.
But they did Keek so dirty, man. Keek didn't even get to prosper.
It didn't even last. It was so short. But I remember when you were kind of popping on that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I saw you again on Latoya's thing, and then I saw your How was that? Like when you got on Latoya's platform, you gained a lot of followers probably, right?
Yeah, it was really cool actually. Like, and the thing about Latoya is like she actually, like, me and Latoya, we've known each other since I was like a baby, not baby, but like since I was very, very young, like 12 years old on Facebook. And she like we were friends on Facebook, and then I started doing like little videos. Some of them went to World Star, and then that was when she kind of hit me up and was like, yo, like, I don't know if you like doing these videos, but you can get paid for doing these videos, right? So then I met up with her. She was just like, yo, YouTube would be a great place for you to, you know? And I was like, okay, whatever. She was like, it takes a while to pick up. But I remember when I started YouTube, that first month, boom, like I got my first check. It was very, very good. And I was like, okay, I guess I could start doing this. Then it just became like a hobby, something to do to like have something to do like after school, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing with my friends. It was never anything serious, but I told myself that, yo, if I'm gonna come back to this platform, I want to make sure that my videos are very inspiring, educational. I want to make sure that I'm having fun, but I can teach people something at the end of the day. They can watch my videos and it's not just another pretty girl fooling herself, fooling around, you know? Like, I want people to be like, yo, I watched that and I experienced that with Delilah, or I learned this from, like, you know, her vlogs, that kind of thing. And ultimately, I feel like if you want to be a YouTuber, like, if you want to be on this platform, you got to be teaching people something, exposing them to something they've never seen before, whether it's tech, beauty, fashion, vlogging, like just whatever it may be, you know?
Tell them that they like need to like stay tuned to your channel because you're gonna take like a whole new direction.
Yeah, I'm taking a whole new direction. Yeah, so if you guys want to subscribe, it's Delilah Johnson's Life. Is it youtube.com/Delilah Johnson's Life? Yeah.
Is that your thing? Because if not, it gives you another one.
We'll put it in the description box.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description box.
Yeah, just check the description box. How do you feel about like the social media industry? Like, do you feel like it's harder to make friends?
Yeah,
in the industry,
sometimes I feel like
because
there's
it's kind of like about clout now.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. The way I think is just so different from everybody else. I feel like it is hard because you definitely don't know who's
people's
genuine.
Intentions. Yeah, exactly.
Their intentions. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, just be prepared to be used. And be prepared to use people.
I feel like it's a part of the business too.
Yeah, it's a part
like
of it.
You use each other to grow in a way. If it's one-sided, then I guess like then you can have a problem with it. But like, if you're both benefiting from it,
I feel like I have a love-hate relationship for it because on one hand, it's a very beautiful thing. You get to meet people from all over the world that you necessarily wouldn't have known about or have access to prior to social media. But at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of like shaky things about it, you know, a lot of shaky relationships and people you wish you had never even met on social media, that kind of thing.
That's one thing I kind of hate about social media in this city in particular. Well, I've only been in Toronto, so like I can't, like I don't want to say like, oh, it's much better somewhere else, because I know a lot of people say that. It kind of pisses me off because I don't know if it's better anywhere else, you know what I mean? From my own experiences, I find that a lot of people here are too prideful to ask for help, or they're too, sometimes like they just don't want to work with you until you've like proven yourself.
Let me tell you what it is about Toronto, right? And which is why like I used to feel like, bro, with some people I'd meet, I'm like, bro, if I don't feel like this, if I don't feel like I'm on this pedestal, shorty, you definitely shouldn't feel like you're on this pedestal. You know, one of those ones. I feel like because Toronto,
it's like, why do you feel so nice? You know, sometimes I just wonder, like, why do people feel so highly about, like, high about themselves?
Entitled.
Entitled
or better than, like, you know what I'm saying? And when I really pre the situation, it made me like look at things like this. If you take in the demographic of the States, everybody is kind of like, and that's why I loved it, because I felt like, yo, that's a place, that's why we all end up moving there, because everybody is on their own grind. You can find another entrepreneur, you can find somebody that's on social media doing something, that's hustling, that's trying to make something out of for themselves. But in Toronto, you don't get to meet a lot of bloggers or a lot of people like you know what I'm saying? So often these people feel like, you know, it's just them and they're the ones that's popping, like, you know what I'm saying? But in the States, it's like, yo, everybody out here is kind of doing something that's probably similar to you. That's why they get along more. They value collaboration and stuff like that. In Toronto, you want to collaborate with somebody, they'll be acting like there's too stush or something like that, and that's why like I've always avoided things like that, you know?
Thing is too, like me and Aj, like we do try to reach out to people, and like people just will straight out not reply to us. Like even like it's just it's hard to put yourself out there because we constantly put ourselves out there, but it's just
it's like hard to get. You remember, like
it's very
people don't want to really let anyone in. Like if it's like if it's a group of people, like that's it. Like they don't want to like try to bring new talent in or like new creatives. Like it's just like it's
the same people,
like, literally.
And it's like it's just you either have to force yourself in or you just keep staying on the outside and just like continue to say that Toronto's the stush city, stush capital, because I understand why people say that. It's just so hard to put yourself out there and get rejected. Like, you know?
And Toronto is the type of place, like, I don't know, I hate to speak negatively or like, from my perception, like my perspective, right? I feel like it's just one of those places where they don't appreciate you until you're popping.
Exactly. You always have to prove yourself. That's the only way somebody above you. You know, that's really something I admire about Latoya though, because she's really up there. Latoya has 1 million subscribers. She has multiple platforms where she's popping.
Humble.
She's humble and she'll work with people below her. Like she works with me and Shoshana, and we have a fraction of her subscribers and her reach, but like she has no problem sharing her platform or putting people on, which is something I admire, because I feel like it's really hard to come across that in the city because people feel like it's limited space, or it's like once you're up there, like it's competition.
But that's one thing you gotta rate about her and people like her. The reason why they do that is because they're not threatened by anything. They understand that, yo, the way to move up in life is to like spread love, spread positivity, help people, because you never know when you will need help. Do you know what I'm saying? And the people that you may look at today that, oh, whatever, they're just doing this, they ain't never gonna be nothing, you'd be very surprised. Tomorrow they could be popping. You know what I'm saying?
Things on social media are so flip-flop.
Shit on people.
Like, you know, it's so like it can change. So you can never, like, you should never tell somebody, well, you can say no. Like, I'm not saying don't say no, but like you should never be rude or be like, you know, like think.
You should always be humble on social media because it's very fickle.
You never know.
Like people can like cancel you literally like tomorrow or like flip on you. Like you might not have the same support and followers that you had yesterday. Like
I'm even
so you should
scared.
always just be humble.
Like I'm scared to even like talk about good things that happen or like anything that happens because I never want to come off to people like if I'm ever showing off or as if I'm like you know, like I can never sit and like and just think like, yep, like I'm amazing and like I'm like I deserve this and you know like I work so hard like no,
you, like we don't even big up ourselves. Like
I can never see myself doing
even
that.
though we should be more like
it's so crazy, but that's what I'm thinking. That I felt that way too, but you should like you be your #1 fan, big up yourself because like look how far you guys have come. Like you
but you know like in our head it's not like that far. Like people want to big us up so hard, but we're like guys, it's not that serious.
It doesn't matter. Give yourself credit at the end of the day because you and your girl know where you guys started. You get what I'm saying? And it doesn't look like you guys have had much help from anyone.
And
you know what I'm saying?
We did come a long way.
Girl, but own it.
But there's so much more to come. In my head, like this is not where I'm. Like I'm not where I am. Like I'm not proud
where
yet.
you want.
Like do you know what I mean? Like I'm happy. Like I'm very happy with what we have, and I'm very thankful that we have these supporters that constantly watch us and like you know continue to support us. But at the same time, this is not the end. So like I will never sit here and be like I'm proud because like I'm happy, but like I'm not satisfied.
Like really inspirational quote Kylie Jenner posted. I remember is like you didn't come this far just to come this far.
Yes.
There's so much more to go, so much more to grow, so much more people to meet and. Just like build your brand.
It's just a journey, like you know what I mean. It's like you're just stunting your own growth. Also, I'm like very superstitious, like too superstitious. And, like
I broke a mirror today. Like I broke a mirror today. I'm so scared about the 7 years that I'm about to.
No, I'm gonna burn something.
Yo, I've been breaking a lot of mirrors.
No, not like a little portable mirror.
Yeah, I break a lot of those.
Oh really?
Oh shit! I broken like broke one like 2 weeks ago.
Do you pray after?
Did you break?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
You never heard of
bad luck for 7 years?
Never heard of that?
Oh my god, what if that's why I've had such bad luck? Because I've been breaking mirrors for a very long time, y'all. Like,
what was I saying?
You're very superstitious.
Yeah, like of evil eyes. So like, you know, like me and Shoshana have had cool things happen to us, but I will never ever post it and show nobody because I don't know who the fuck is watching. I don't know who's wishing whatever on us. I barely even post my boyfriend because I'm like, no, somebody's gonna wish evil on us and we're gonna break up. Like, you know what I mean? So
it's very good to like know privacy boundaries too. I don't really like to let people like know my family too much or like Nahum's okay, but like my actual like immediate family and
mom, dad, and stuff
I don't even want to put my boyfriend on videos anymore. Like I just want to keep that like to myself, you know?
Because like it's just
okay, can I ask a question? Would you feel like that's just like a personal, like do you feel like that's like a personal thing, like I've just grown and I've made the decision for myself, or do you feel like society is forcing you to do that?
To make it private?
Yeah.
No, I've always like I never wanted my family on my YouTube channel.
Okay,
like,
so it's not like no,
it's not. It has nothing to do with other people. Like it's literally just like a personal choice.
Because some people like are okay with putting their whole family on YouTube channel and like they just don't have the same like beliefs that we do. Yeah. You know, so like I'm scared.
Yeah, it's just like more like a private.
I mean, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? You guys are not big. You guys are not big at all.
We did lose a lot of weight though.
Yeah.
Like we have to.
Well, I haven't really lost that much weight.
We have a video coming up though, like what we eat in a day, because like we actually like changed our eating habits completely. So
because that's
coming out soon.
We're really scared. Like all these mukbangs, all these food videos. Yeah. It's gonna catch up to us. We're gonna like something's gonna happen. So we just want to be more healthy. You know?
And we're in our 20s. We don't want to be like overweight in our 20s. You know, like that's for your 40s and 50s. Like
you guys plan on opening like a restaurant or something? It seems like you guys have like a really strong passion for food.
Yeah, we definitely love food, but like
I would come to
it's
your
more
restaurant.
of like a putting people on. To like,
I love putting people on
like to cool like or like good food. Like nothing's worse than spending your money on bad food you don't like. I like that like breaks my heart. Like if you don't like it, why do I have to pay for you know, like so when you can put people onto good places and when they actually come back with like thank you for putting me onto this, like I come here all the time, you know, I bring my family here and stuff like that, like that's so like
it's so nice to hear. We've run into people where they're like we're leaving a place that we promoted or like we put in a video and that we actually go there all the time and they'll be like, oh my god, I'm here because of you, or like you know, it's like it's so nice, like, you know. So
we're trying to get back into like putting like, you know, those type of Toronto videos where we like show like a bunch of restaurants and stuff. We haven't done one in a long ass time, so
that and like I don't know what we're gonna do after YouTube, but like we have a
That's
Restaurant
how I
was-
found out about you guys. Come to think of it, yeah.
The restaurant?
The restaurant.
Yeah, one day I searched up like things to do in Toronto, like on YouTube.
Really? And we came up?
Your face
Oh
is
my God.
boom, 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 boom.
Thank you.
I was like, okay.
That's what we're trying to do?
Yep.
I was like, okay, but this was a long time ago, so it goes to show that you guys have like been doing your thing for a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
Like 2 years now.
Yeah, it's been 2 years where
Doesn't even feel like that long. Like, feels like we just started.
Bro.
I've been off of YouTube for 2 years. Does not feel that long. Can you imagine?
Yeah. 2 years, like, time just flies when you're old.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit.
not even old, older. Like,
So crazy. So,
every year gets
crazy.
shorter. Every year you
it's
get
kind of
older.
scary. This is a long video, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Delilah, for
Thank
coming
you guys
on
for
our
having
channel.
me. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for your discussions. You really thank you for being so open about
no
what you were
problem.
going through. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure someone out there will really appreciate it too.
It does help to know that you guys aren't judgmental. So thanks for listening. And like, you know,
yeah, no worries.
this was so much fun.
We're gonna leave it on that note. Thank you guys.
Don't
Make sure
forget
to check out Squarespace in the description box below, and check
forget to
out
like,
Delilah's channel
subscribe,
too.
you know,
Everything
drop a
will be in
comment.
the description box below. And yeah, bye.